Our universe is a vast and complex place. From the smallest particles to the largest galaxies, everything is in a constant state of motion and change. To understand this universe, we need more than just our senses. We need to think critically, to question what we see and hear, and to search for deeper meaning. This same principle applies to our everyday lives. We are bombarded with information from all sides: news, social media, advertising. It can be overwhelming, and it's easy to simply accept what we're told. But to truly navigate this world, to make informed decisions, and to reach our full potential, we need to engage in critical thinking. Just as a telescope helps us see distant stars, critical thinking allows us to see beyond the surface of things. It helps us to identify biases, to challenge assumptions, and to develop our own informed opinions. In a world of instant answers and quick fixes, critical thinking is the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of ourselves and the universe around us. It's a journey of exploration, a dance of thought that leads us closer to the truth. Imagine for a moment that you're standing on the shore, looking out at the ocean. The horizon stretches before you, seemingly the edge of the world. But we know that beyond that horizon lies a vast expanse, continents unseen, mysteries waiting to be discovered. Critical thinking is like setting sail beyond that horizon. It's about venturing beyond the obvious, questioning what we think we know, and seeking new perspectives. It's about looking beyond the surface of things, delving deeper to uncover the underlying principles and connections that shape our world. This journey requires courage, a willingness to challenge our own beliefs and to embrace new ideas. It demands that we question everything, not to dismiss or discredit, but to understand. Why is the sky blue? Why do birds sing? Why do some societies flourish while others struggle? The answers to these questions and countless others lie hidden beneath the surface. Critical thinking provides us with the tools to unearth them, to expand our understanding, and to navigate the complexities of our world with greater clarity and purpose. Critical thinking is not about being negative or cynical. It's not about tearing down other people's ideas. Instead, it's about engaging with the world in a thoughtful and discerning way. It's about asking questions, examining evidence, and forming our own conclusions based on reason and logic. Think of a detective solving a crime. They don't just jump to conclusions based on the first piece of evidence they find. They carefully gather all the facts, analyze the clues, and consider different possibilities before forming a hypothesis. This is the essence of critical thinking, a methodical and systematic approach to understanding information. It's about breaking down complex issues into smaller parts, identifying patterns and connections, and evaluating the validity of arguments. Just as a detective uses their skills to solve mysteries, we can use critical thinking to navigate the complexities of our own lives. It's a skill that can be learned and honed through practice, and its rewards are vast and enduring. Children are natural-born critical thinkers. They haven't yet learned to accept things at face value. They ask why. Incessantly, their curiosity a driving force in their exploration of the world. Why is the sky blue? Why do I have to go to school? Why can't I have ice cream for dinner? Somewhere along the way, many of us lose this innate curiosity. We stop asking why and settle for easy answers or passive acceptance. But rekindling this childlike wonder is essential for developing critical thinking skills. Every question we ask is a step towards deeper understanding. It's an opportunity to challenge assumptions, to explore different perspectives, and to uncover hidden truths. The more we question, the more we learn. The more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to know. This journey of questioning is not about finding the right answers. It's about embracing the unknown, acknowledging the limits of our knowledge, and constantly seeking new insights. It's about understanding that learning is a lifelong endeavor, and that the most important question we can ask is why. Section 5. A new perspective. Seeing the unseen. Imagine looking at a familiar painting. You've seen it countless times before, but this time, you decide to view it through a magnifying glass. Suddenly you notice intricate details you've never seen before. The brushstrokes, the texture of the canvas, the subtle interplay of light and shadow. Critical thinking is like that magnifying glass. It allows us to see the world with fresh eyes, to notice details we might have missed, and to gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities that surround us. It helps us to see beyond the obvious, to uncover hidden meanings, and to connect seemingly disparate ideas. This new perspective can be transformative. It can challenge our preconceived notions, broaden our understanding of ourselves and others, and empower us to make more informed decisions in all aspects of our lives. By embracing critical thinking, we open ourselves up to a world of possibilities. We become more than passive observers. We become active participants in the ongoing dialogue of ideas that shapes our world. Section 1. The toolkit of a critical mind. Imagine you're a master craftsperson, skilled in shaping raw materials into works of art. You wouldn't approach every project with the same tools, would you? A sculptor's chisel wouldn't be much use to a glassblower, and a potter's wheel wouldn't help a blacksmith forge a sword. Critical thinking, too, requires a diverse set of tools. These aren't physical instruments, but mental skills and habits of mind that empower us to engage with information effectively. Just as a craftsperson carefully selects the right tool for each task, critical thinkers draw upon a range of skills depending on the situation. These skills work together, each one complementing and enhancing the others. By mastering these tools, we become architects of our own understanding, able to construct sound judgments and navigate the complexities of the world with confidence and clarity. In the following sections, we'll delve into each of these essential tools, exploring how they function and how we can hone them to become more effective critical thinkers. Section 2. Observation, the art of seeing the extraordinary in the ordinary. We often move through the world on autopilot, our senses bombarded by a constant stream of stimuli. We filter out the noise, focusing on the familiar and overlooking the subtle details that make each moment unique. Observation, the cornerstone of critical thinking, is about shifting from passive perception to active awareness. It's about engaging our senses fully, noticing not just what is there, but what might be missing. It's about paying attention to the seemingly insignificant details that often hold the key to deeper understanding. Think of a detective at a crime scene. They don't just glance around, they meticulously scan the environment, noting the position of objects, the presence or absence of certain elements, the slightest trace of evidence that others might overlook. This same level of attentiveness can be applied to everyday life. By practicing observation, we train our minds to be more present, to see the world with fresh eyes, and to uncover hidden patterns and connections that might otherwise escape our notice. Section 3. Analysis. Deconstructing the puzzle of information. Imagine trying to solve a jigsaw puzzle without first separating the pieces, examining their shapes, and looking for patterns and connections. It would be a chaotic and overwhelming task. Analysis, in the context of critical thinking, is like sorting through those puzzle pieces. It's about breaking down complex information into smaller, more manageable parts, identifying the key components and their relationships to one another. It's about moving beyond the surface to understand the underlying structure and organization of ideas. Just as a scientist dissects a specimen to understand its anatomy, critical thinkers dissect information to understand its components, their functions, and how they contribute to the whole. This process of deconstruction allows us to identify biases, assumptions, and logical fallacies that might otherwise distort our understanding. By carefully analyzing information, we gain a clearer and more objective perspective, enabling us to make more informed judgments and decisions. Section 4, Interpretation, Unveiling the Hidden Meanings. Imagine reading a poem or listening to a piece of music. The words and notes themselves are just symbols, but they evoke emotions, ideas, and images that go beyond their literal meanings. Interpretation, in critical thinking, is about uncovering those hidden meanings. It's about recognizing that information is rarely neutral. It's shaped by perspectives, biases, and intentions. It's about asking ourselves, what does this really mean? And why is this important? Just as an art critic analyzes a painting's composition, brushstrokes, and color palette to understand the artist's message, critical thinkers consider the context, the source, and the intended audience of information to interpret its true meaning. By developing our skills of interpretation, we become more discerning consumers of information, able to identify hidden agendas, recognize propaganda, and separate fact from opinion. Section 5. Reflection, a conversation with our own thoughts. In the midst of a bustling city, it's easy to feel lost in the crowd, our own thoughts drowned out by the constant noise and activity. But just as we need moments of solitude to reconnect with ourselves, we also need time for reflection to engage in a dialogue with our own thoughts. Reflection, in critical thinking, is about pausing to consider our own thought processes. It's about asking ourselves, why do I believe this? And what evidence supports my views? It's about examining our own assumptions, biases, and emotional responses to information. This process of self-reflection can be uncomfortable. It requires us to confront our own limitations, to acknowledge our blind spots, and to be open to the possibility that we might be wrong. But it's through this process of introspection that we grow as thinkers. By engaging in regular reflection, we cultivate self-awareness, identify areas where our thinking might be flawed, and develop strategies to overcome those limitations, leading to more balanced and well-informed judgments. Imagine the year 1930. A young astronomer named Clyde Tombaugh is hunched over photographic plates at the Lowell Observatory in Arizona. He's searching for a mysterious planet X, a hypothetical world believed to be lurking beyond the orbit of Neptune. Tombaugh's task is daunting. He's examining thousands of images, each dotted with countless stars. But he's not just looking, he's thinking critically. He's comparing images taken days apart, searching for any points of light that have shifted position, a telltale sign of a moving object. His persistence pays off. On February 18, 1930, Tombaugh spots a faint speck that has moved against the background stars. This, he realizes, is no ordinary star. It's the long-sought planet X, later dubbed Pluto. Tombaugh's discovery wasn't just a matter of luck. It was the result of meticulous observation, careful analysis, and rigorous critical thinking. He didn't simply accept the existing data, he questioned it, tested it, and ultimately, through his own insights, reshaped our understanding of the solar system. This spirit of inquiry, of questioning what we know and seeking new truths, is at the heart of scientific discovery. From Galileo's observations that challenged the geocentric model of the universe, to Marie Curie's groundbreaking research on radioactivity, critical thinking has been the driving force behind some of humanity's greatest scientific achievements. In the fast-paced world of business where trends come and go and the landscape is constantly shifting, the ability to adapt and innovate is paramount. Every day, new challenges arise and companies must be prepared to face them head-on. In such a competitive environment, the companies that thrive are those that can think on their feet and come up with creative solutions to complex problems. It's not just about keeping up with the competition, it's about staying ahead of the curve. Companies that cling to outdated models and fail to anticipate the changing needs of their customers risk being left behind. The market is unforgiving, and those who do not evolve will find themselves struggling to survive. Critical thinking in this context is not just an abstract concept, it's a vital tool for survival and success. It involves analyzing situations from multiple angles, questioning assumptions, and making informed decisions based on evidence and logic. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, anticipating potential problems before they arise, and developing strategies to address them. This mindset can make the difference between a company that merely survives and one that thrives. It's about analyzing market trends, identifying opportunities, and developing creative solutions to complex problems. This requires a deep understanding of the market, the ability to interpret data, and the foresight to predict future trends. Imagine a company facing declining sales for its flagship product. A critical thinker wouldn't simply ramp up advertising or slash prices. They would dig deeper, asking questions like, why are sales declining? Is it a problem with the product itself, or are there external factors at play? They would consider the broader context, looking at industry trends, competitor actions, and customer feedback. They would seek to understand the root cause of the problem rather than just addressing the symptoms. A critical thinker would also explore potential solutions from multiple perspectives. They might consider product improvements, new marketing strategies, or even entirely new business models. They would weigh the pros and cons of each option, considering both short-term and long-term impacts. They would dig deeper, asking questions like, why are sales declining? Is it a problem with the product itself? Or are there external factors at play? Who are our competitors? What are they doing differently? What are the unmet needs of our customers? Is it a problem with the product itself? Or are there external factors at play? Who are our competitors? What are they doing differently? What are the unmet needs of our customers? Can our product be adapted or improved to meet those needs? By asking these questions, by challenging assumptions and thinking critically about the problem, the company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. What are they doing differently? What are the unmet needs of our customers? Can our product be adapted or improved to meet those needs? By asking these questions, by challenging assumptions and thinking critically about the problem, the company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. What are the unmet needs of our customers? Can our product be adapted or improved to meet those needs? By asking these questions, by challenging assumptions, and thinking critically about the problem, the company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. Can our product be adapted or improved to meet those needs? By asking these questions, by challenging assumptions and thinking critically about the problem, the company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. By asking these questions, by challenging assumptions and thinking critically about the problem, the company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. The company can develop innovative solutions that not only address the immediate crisis, but also position them for future growth and success. This same principle applies to individuals navigating the ever-evolving job market. This same principle applies to individuals navigating the ever-evolving job market. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. This same principle applies to individuals navigating the ever-evolving job market. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. Those who possess strong critical thinking skills, who can adapt to new situations, solve problems creatively, and communicate their ideas effectively, are the ones who will thrive in the long run. Education is not simply about memorizing facts and figures. It's about cultivating curious minds, fostering a love of learning, and equipping students with the critical thinking skills they need to navigate the complexities of the world around them. Imagine a classroom where students aren't just passive recipients of information, but active participants in the learning process. They're encouraged to ask questions, to challenge assumptions, to explore different perspectives, and to develop their own informed opinions. Instead of rote memorization, they engage in hands-on activities, simulations, and debates that require them to apply their knowledge to real-world scenarios. They learn to analyze information critically, to evaluate the validity of sources, and to construct sound arguments supported by evidence. This approach to education goes beyond simply imparting knowledge. It empowers students to become independent thinkers, capable of analyzing information, solving problems, and making informed decisions throughout their lives. It recognizes that the most important lesson we can teach is not what to think, but how to think. By fostering critical thinking in the classroom, we're not just preparing students for academic success, we're preparing them to be engaged citizens, capable of contributing to society in meaningful ways. Section 4. The Everyday Detective: Critical Thinking in Daily Life. Critical thinking isn't just for scientists, business leaders, or students. It's a valuable tool for navigating the everyday challenges and decisions we all face. From choosing what to eat for breakfast to evaluating the claims of politicians, critical thinking helps us to make more informed choices that lead to a healthier, happier, and more fulfilling life. Imagine you're bombarded with advertisements for the latest weight loss product, each promising miraculous results. A critical thinker wouldn't simply reach for their credit card. They would pause, asking questions like, what evidence supports these claims? Are there any independent studies or clinical trials? What are the potential side effects? Are there any long-term risks? Is this product right for me, given my individual needs and health conditions? By applying critical thinking to even seemingly mundane decisions, we can avoid common pitfalls, make healthier choices, and ultimately, live more fulfilling lives. It's about empowering ourselves to be discerning consumers of information, to make choices aligned with our values, and to live with intention rather than being swayed by external pressures. Whether we're evaluating the credibility of a news article, deciding which car to buy, or simply choosing where to eat dinner, critical thinking helps us to navigate the complexities of daily life with greater confidence and clarity. Section 5. Navigating the Digital Maze. Critical Thinking in the Age of Information. We live in an age of unprecedented access to information. Never before in human history have we had such a vast amount of data at our fingertips. The internet has revolutionized the way we learn, communicate, and interact with the world around us. With a few taps on a smartphone, we can access a vast library of knowledge, connecting with people and ideas from around the globe. This connectivity has opened up endless possibilities for education, innovation, and collaboration. But this abundance of information comes with a challenge. How do we separate fact from fiction, truth from falsehood, in a digital landscape saturated with misinformation, propaganda, and outright lies? The sheer volume of content can be overwhelming, and not all of it is reliable or accurate. This is where critical thinking becomes not just a valuable skill, but an essential survival strategy. In a world where information is power, the ability to think critically about what we read, see, and hear is crucial. It's about approaching online information with a healthy dose of skepticism, questioning everything, and verifying information before accepting it as truth. This means not taking things at face value and being willing to dig deeper to uncover the facts. It's about developing a keen eye for identifying bias, recognizing emotional manipulation, and discerning credible sources from those seeking to mislead or exploit. This requires us to be vigilant and discerning, always on the lookout for red flags that indicate unreliable information. Critical thinking in the digital age requires us to evaluate sources. Who created this information? Understanding the origin of the information can provide valuable context and help us assess its credibility. What is their purpose or agenda? Knowing the motivations behind the information can reveal potential biases and help us understand the perspective from which it is presented. Can I verify this information from other reputable sources? Cross-referencing information with multiple reliable sources is a key step in ensuring its accuracy. Consider biases. Is this information presented objectively, or is it slanted to promote a particular viewpoint? Recognizing bias in the way information is presented can help us critically evaluate its reliability. Or is it slanted to promote a particular viewpoint? Bias can be subtle, often hidden in the language and framing of the information. Am I being influenced by my own biases? It's important to be aware of our own preconceptions and how they might affect our interpretation of information. Think logically. Does this information make sense? Logical consistency is a hallmark of credible information. If something doesn't add up, it warrants further investigation. Are there any logical fallacies or inconsistencies in the argument? Identifying logical flaws can help us avoid being misled by faulty reasoning. By honing our critical thinking skills, we can navigate the digital maze with confidence, making informed decisions based on reliable information, separating the wheat from the chaff, distinguishing valuable insights from misleading or false information, and becoming responsible and informed citizens in the digital age. By fostering a culture of critical thinking, we can collectively raise the standard of information literacy and contribute to a more informed and discerning society. Education plays a crucial role in this process. Teaching critical thinking skills from a young age can empower future generations to navigate the complexities of the digital world with confidence and discernment. Parents and educators can model critical thinking behaviors, encouraging curiosity, skepticism, and a commitment to seeking the truth. Community initiatives and workshops on media literacy can also play a vital role in equipping individuals with the tools they need to critically evaluate information. In our interconnected world, sharing accurate information and debunking falsehoods can have a ripple effect, promoting a culture of truth and integrity. Engaging in thoughtful discussions with others can also enhance our understanding and help us see different perspectives, further refining our critical thinking skills. Ultimately, critical thinking in the age of information is about being proactive, taking responsibility for our own learning, and striving to be well-informed citizens. By doing so, we can contribute to a more informed, thoughtful, and resilient society. Section 1. Building a critical mind. It's a journey, not a destination. Imagine trying to climb a mountain by simply staring at the summit. You might admire the view, even feel inspired, but you won't make any progress. To reach the peak, you need to take action to lace up your boots, plan your route, and take that first step. Developing critical thinking skills is much the same. It's not a passive endeavor. It's an active pursuit that requires effort, practice, and a willingness to embrace the challenges along the way. It's a journey of continuous learning, of refining our thinking processes, of becoming more aware of our own biases and limitations. Just as a mountain climber hones their skills through practice and perseverance, we develop critical thinking abilities by actively engaging with the world around us. It's about asking questions, challenging assumptions, seeking out new information, and constantly striving to refine our understanding. There's no magic formula or quick fix for becoming a critical thinker. It's a lifelong journey of growth and self-discovery, one that requires us to be patient with ourselves, to embrace the process, and to find joy in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Section 2. Question everything, the cornerstone of critical thought. Children are masters of this art. Why is the sky blue? Why do I have to go to bed early? Why can't I have dessert before dinner? Their incessant questioning can be endearing, even exasperating, but it reflects a fundamental curiosity, an innate desire to understand the world around them. Somewhere along the line, many of us lose this childlike wonder. We become accustomed to accepting things at face value, to not rocking the boat, to not asking too many questions. But to cultivate a critical mind, we need to rekindle that spirit of inquiry, to approach the world with a healthy dose of skepticism. Questioning everything doesn't mean being disagreeable or cynical. It's about approaching information with a curious and discerning mind, seeking to understand the underlying reasons and motivations behind claims and assertions. It's about asking, who benefits from this information being presented this way? What are the underlying assumptions? Is there another perspective that's not being considered? By embracing a questioning mindset, we move from passive recipients of information to active participants in shaping our own understanding. We become detectives of knowledge, seeking evidence, evaluating claims, and forming our own informed conclusions. Section 3. The power of perspective. Embracing different viewpoints. Imagine looking at a sculpture from only one angle. You might admire the craftsmanship, appreciate the form, but you'll only have a partial understanding of the artist's vision. To fully appreciate the work, you need to walk around it, to view it from different angles, to see how the light and shadows play upon its surfaces. Embracing different perspectives is essential for critical thinking. It's about recognizing that our own viewpoint is just one among many, shaped by our experiences, beliefs, and values. It's about stepping outside of our own echo chambers, seeking out diverse viewpoints, and considering how others might see the world differently. This doesn't mean abandoning our own beliefs or accepting every viewpoint as equally valid. It's about engaging in respectful dialogue, listening with an open mind, and considering how different perspectives can enrich our understanding. It's about asking, how might someone from a different background or culture view this issue? What are the strengths and weaknesses of different arguments? Can I find common ground with those who hold opposing views? By embracing diverse perspectives, we expand our understanding, challenge our own biases, and develop a more nuanced and sophisticated worldview. We become more empathetic thinkers, capable of navigating complex issues with greater sensitivity and insight. Section 4. Active listening, beyond hearing, towards understanding. In a world saturated with noise and distractions, it's easy to mistake hearing for listening. We might register the words being spoken, but our minds are often elsewhere, preoccupied with our own thoughts, judgments, or the next thing we want to say. Active listening, however, is a conscious and deliberate act. It's about silencing the internal chatter, focusing our attention on the speaker, and striving to truly understand their message, both the spoken words and the unspoken emotions behind them. It's about paying attention to nonverbal cues, body language, tone of voice, facial expressions. These often convey more than words alone. Asking clarifying questions, can you elaborate on that point? What do you mean by? This shows genuine interest and helps ensure accurate understanding. Summarizing and paraphrasing, so what you're saying is. This demonstrates that you're actively listening and helps avoid misunderstandings. Active listening is crucial for critical thinking because it allows us to gather information effectively, to understand different perspectives, and to identify biases or assumptions that might be shaping the speaker's message. It's a skill that strengthens relationships, fosters empathy, and promotes more effective communication. Section 5. Cultivating curiosity, a lifelong pursuit of knowledge. Imagine a world where everyone stopped asking questions, where curiosity was replaced with complacency, where the pursuit of knowledge was deemed unnecessary. It would be a stagnant and uninspired world, devoid of innovation, discovery, and progress. Curiosity is the engine that drives critical thinking. It's the insatiable thirst for knowledge, the desire to understand the why behind the what, the constant seeking of new information and experiences that enrich our understanding of the world. Cultivating curiosity is about embracing the unknown. Don't shy away from what you don't know. View it as an opportunity for exploration and discovery. Asking why and then asking why again. Don't settle for superficial answers. Dig deeper, seek out the root causes, and challenge assumptions. Exploring different fields of knowledge. Read widely, attend lectures, engage in conversations with people from different backgrounds. the more we expose ourselves to, the more our curiosity grows. Curiosity is a muscle that strengthens with use. The more we exercise it, the more naturally it comes to us. And the more curious we become, the more we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new connections, and a deeper, richer understanding of the world and our place in it. Section 1. Critical thinking, the architect of success. We often equate success with tangible achievements, wealth, fame, power. These symbols of success are easy to recognize and often celebrated in our society. They are the visible markers that many strive for, believing that they represent the pinnacle of achievement. But true success runs deeper, encompassing personal fulfillment, meaningful contributions to society, and the ability to navigate life's complexities with wisdom and resilience. It's about finding joy in the journey, making a positive impact on others, and growing as an individual. True success is a holistic concept that integrates our personal, professional, and social lives. And at the heart of this enduring success lies the power of critical thinking. Critical thinking is the engine that drives our ability to understand the world, make informed decisions, and solve problems effectively. It is the foundation upon which we build our lives, enabling us to see beyond the surface and grasp the deeper truths. Critical thinking isn't merely a set of skills. It's a way of approaching the world, a mindset that empowers us to overcome challenges, seize opportunities, and create positive change. It involves questioning assumptions, analyzing information, and synthesizing new ideas. This mindset allows us to navigate the complexities of life with confidence and clarity. It's the architect that designs the blueprints for a fulfilling and impactful life. Just as an architect envisions a building and plans every detail, critical thinking helps us envision our goals and plan the steps to achieve them. It provides the structure and guidance needed to turn our dreams into reality. Consider the process of constructing a building. It starts with a vision, followed by detailed planning and execution. Every step is carefully thought out, from laying the foundation to the final touches. This meticulous process ensures that the building stands strong and serves its purpose. It requires careful planning, meticulous attention to detail, and the ability to adapt to unexpected challenges. Similarly, life is full of surprises and obstacles. Critical thinking equips us with the tools to adapt, reassess, and find solutions when things don't go as planned. Similarly, building a successful life requires a blueprint grounded in critical thinking, a plan that is flexible yet robust, allowing us to navigate the uncertainties of life with confidence. Foundation of knowledge. A solid understanding of the world acquired through curiosity, observation, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Knowledge is the bedrock of critical thinking. It empowers us to make informed decisions and understand the implications of our actions. Pillars of analysis and evaluation. The ability to dissect information, identify biases, and make sound judgments based on evidence and logic. This involves not just gathering information, but critically assessing its validity and relevance. It means being able to distinguish between fact and opinion, and recognizing the influence of our own biases. Framework of problem-solving and decision-making. The capacity to approach challenges strategically, weigh options carefully, and make choices aligned with our values and goals. Effective problem-solving requires a clear understanding of the problem, creative thinking to generate solutions, and the ability to evaluate the potential outcomes of different options. Just as a well-designed building stands the test of time, a life built on critical thinking is equipped to weather storms, adapt to changing circumstances, and leave a lasting legacy. It is a life that is resilient, adaptable, and meaningful. By cultivating critical thinking, we lay the foundation for a life of purpose and fulfillment, capable of making a lasting impact on the world around us. Section 2. From humble beginnings to scientific breakthroughs. History is replete with individuals who, armed with the power of critical thinking, rose from humble beginnings to achieve extraordinary things, their insights shaping the course of science, technology, and human understanding. Consider Albert Einstein, a patent clerk whose revolutionary theories of relativity reshaped our understanding of space, time, and gravity. Einstein's genius lay not just in his intellect, but in his relentless questioning of established dogma, his willingness to challenge the scientific status quo, and his ability to envision the universe in ways no one had before. Or Marie Curie, who, facing immense societal barriers as a woman in science, persevered with unwavering determination, her groundbreaking research on radioactivity paving the way for advancements in medicine and our understanding of the atom. Curie's success was a testament to her meticulous observation, her rigorous experimentation, and her refusal to be limited by prevailing assumptions. These pioneers and countless others like them demonstrate that critical thinking is not the exclusive domain of the elite or the privileged. It's a tool available to anyone willing to embrace curiosity, challenge assumptions, and persevere in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding. Section 3. The Right Stuff Innovation Takes Flight. On a blustery December morning in 1903, two brothers from Ohio, Wilbur and Orville Wright, achieved what many had deemed impossible: sustained human flight. Their success wasn't a matter of luck or mere tinkering. It was the culmination of years of meticulous observation, rigorous experimentation, and unwavering belief in the power of critical thinking. The Wright brothers challenged conventional wisdom, questioning established aerodynamic theories and conducting countless experiments with kites and gliders. They meticulously recorded their observations, analyzed the data, and refined their designs, their critical thinking driving them ever closer to their goal. Their story highlights the iterative nature of critical thinking. It's not a linear process, but a cycle of questioning, experimenting, analyzing, and refining. It's about embracing failure as a learning opportunity, adapting to new information, and persistently pursuing solutions even when faced with setbacks and skepticism. The Wright brothers' legacy extends far beyond that first flight at Kitty Hawk. They demonstrated the power of human ingenuity, the importance of challenging assumptions, and the transformative potential of critical thinking in turning dreams into reality. Section 4. Cracking the code: critical thinking in times of crisis. In times of crisis, when the stakes are high and uncertainty reigns, the ability to think clearly, make sound judgments, and act decisively can mean the difference between success and failure, even life and death. Consider the code breakers at Bletchley Park during World War II. Tasked with deciphering the Enigma code used by the German military, they faced a daunting challenge. But armed with their intellect, their determination, and their critical thinking skills, they methodically analyzed intercepted messages, identified patterns, and developed innovative techniques to break the code. Their success, shrouded in secrecy for decades, played a pivotal role in the Allied victory, shortening the war and saving countless lives. The Codebreaker's story underscores the importance of logical reasoning, deconstructing complex problems, identifying patterns, and drawing inferences from limited information. Creativity and innovation, thinking outside the box, challenging assumptions, and developing novel solutions to seemingly insurmountable challenges. Collaboration and teamwork, pooling knowledge, sharing insights, and working together towards a common goal. In times of crisis, when the pressure is on, critical thinking provides a beacon of clarity, guiding us towards effective solutions and shaping a more favorable outcome. Section 5. The business of thinking critically. From startup to success story. The business world is a dynamic and often unforgiving arena, where innovation and adaptability are paramount for survival and success. Companies that fail to anticipate market trends, adapt to changing consumer demands, and make strategic decisions based on sound reasoning risk being left behind. Critical thinking is the lifeblood of successful businesses, fueling innovation, driving strategic decision-making, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement. From identifying new market opportunities to developing innovative products and services, critical thinking is embedded in every aspect of a thriving organization. Consider the story of Apple, a company that has consistently disrupted industries and captivated consumers with its innovative products. Apple's success is deeply rooted in its culture of critical thinking, from its rigorous design process to its relentless focus on user experience. Critical thinking in business is about market analysis, identifying trends, anticipating customer needs, and understanding the competitive landscape. Problem-solving, developing creative solutions to complex challenges, from streamlining operations to enhancing customer satisfaction. Strategic decision-making, weighing options carefully, considering potential risks and rewards, and making informed choices that align with the company's vision and goals. By fostering a culture of critical thinking, businesses can navigate the complexities of the marketplace, seize new opportunities, and achieve sustainable growth and success. Section 6. The art of negotiation, finding common ground through critical dialogue. Negotiation is an integral part of life, whether we're resolving a conflict with a loved one, advocating for ourselves in the workplace, or brokering peace agreements on the global stage. And at the heart of effective negotiation lies the power of critical thinking. Critical thinking in negotiation involves empathy and perspective taking, understanding the other party's needs, interests, and motivations, even if they differ from our own, identifying common ground, finding areas of agreement that can serve as a foundation for building a mutually beneficial solution, creative problem solving, exploring a range of options and developing innovative solutions that address the needs of all parties involved. Consider the historic Camp David Accords, where Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin, guided by the skilled mediation of President Jimmy Carter, engaged in a grueling but ultimately successful negotiation that led to a peace treaty between their nations. Their willingness to engage in critical dialogue, to understand each other's perspectives, and to find common ground paved the way for a historic breakthrough in one of the world's most intractable conflicts. Critical thinking in negotiation is not about manipulation or coercion. It's about building bridges of understanding, finding common ground, and crafting solutions that benefit all parties involved. Section 7. Leading with a critical mind, inspiring innovation and collaboration. Leadership is not merely a position of authority. It's a responsibility to inspire, to motivate, and to guide others towards a shared vision. And in today's complex and rapidly changing world, effective leadership demands a strong foundation in critical thinking. Leaders who embrace critical thinking challenge the status quo. They encourage innovation, questioning existing processes and seeking new and better ways of doing things. They value diverse perspectives. They recognize the importance of hearing from a variety of voices, fostering an inclusive environment where all team members feel empowered to contribute their ideas. They make data-driven decisions. They rely on evidence and logic rather than intuition or personal biases, ensuring that decisions are well-informed and aligned with organizational goals. Consider the leadership of Abraham Lincoln during the tumultuous years of the American Civil War. Lincoln's ability to navigate complex political landscapes, to make difficult decisions under immense pressure, and to inspire a nation divided was a testament to his profound critical thinking abilities. Leaders who cultivate critical thinking within their teams create a culture of innovation, collaboration, and continuous improvement, empowering their organizations to adapt to challenges, seize opportunities, and achieve lasting success. Section 8. Critical thinking in the legal arena, seeking justice through reason and evidence. The legal profession is built on a foundation of critical thinking. Lawyers are tasked with analyzing complex legal issues, constructing persuasive arguments, and advocating for their clients within the framework of the law. Critical thinking in law involves legal research and analysis, thoroughly understanding the relevant laws, precedents, and legal doctrines applicable to a particular case. Evidence evaluation, carefully examining the evidence presented, identifying strengths and weaknesses, and assessing its credibility and relevance. Logical reasoning and argumentation, constructing sound and persuasive arguments based on legal principles, evidence, and logical inferences. Consider the landmark case of Brown v. Board of Education, where Thurgood Marshall, then a lawyer for the NAACP Legal Defense and Educational Fund, presented a compelling case that challenged the constitutionality of racial segregation in public schools. Marshall's brilliant legal strategy, his meticulous research, and his unwavering commitment to justice led to a unanimous Supreme Court decision that overturned decades of segregation and paved the way for greater equality in education. Critical thinking in law is not merely about winning cases. It's about upholding the principles of justice, fairness, and equality under the law. Section 9. The power of personal reflection, a critical lens on our own lives. While we often associate critical thinking with academic pursuits or professional endeavors, its true power lies in its ability to transform our personal lives as well. By turning the lens of critical thinking inward, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves, our motivations, and our place in the world. Personal reflection involves self-awareness, examining our own beliefs, values, and biases, understanding how they shape our perceptions and influence our decisions. Emotional intelligence, recognizing and managing our emotions, understanding their impact on our thoughts and behaviors, and developing empathy for ourselves and others. Goal setting and self-improvement, identifying our aspirations, setting realistic goals, and developing strategies to overcome obstacles and achieve our full potential. Just as a writer revises and refines their work, personal reflection allows us to examine our lives, to learn from our mistakes, and to make conscious choices that lead to greater fulfillment and well-being. By embracing personal reflection, we become the architects of our own lives, shaping our destinies and creating a more meaningful and purposeful existence. Section 10. A brighter future, forged by critical minds. The world today faces complex and interconnected challenges, from climate change and economic inequality to political polarization and the spread of misinformation. Addressing these challenges requires a new generation of critical thinkers, individuals equipped with the skills and the mindset to analyze information, solve problems, and create innovative solutions. Critical thinking is not a luxury, it's a necessity for navigating the complexities of the 21st century and building a brighter future for all. By fostering critical thinking in education, in the workplace, and in our personal lives, we empower individuals to become informed and engaged citizens, critically evaluating information, engaging in civil discourse, and making informed decisions about the issues that shape our world. Drive innovation and progress, developing creative solutions to complex challenges, fostering technological advancements, and contributing to the betterment of society. Promote understanding and empathy, bridging divides, challenging prejudices, and fostering a more just and compassionate world. The future belongs to those who think critically, who question assumptions, who seek knowledge, and who dare to envision and create a better world. By embracing the power of critical thinking, we unlock our collective potential to address the challenges of our time and build a brighter future for generations to come. Section 1. The universe in a grain of sand, critical thinking in perspective. We've journeyed together through the cosmos of critical thinking, exploring its vast landscapes, from the intricate tools of observation and analysis to the boundless realms of curiosity and innovation. We've seen how critical thinking empowers us to navigate the complexities of the world around us, to make informed decisions, to solve problems creatively, and to lead more fulfilling and impactful lives. But just as a grain of sand, when viewed under a microscope, reveals a universe of intricate patterns and structures, so too does critical thinking unveil the hidden complexities and interconnectedness of our world. It allows us to see beyond the surface of things, to appreciate the nuances of different perspectives, and to recognize the ripple effects that our actions, however small, can have on the world around us. Critical thinking is not about having all the answers. It's about embracing the journey of lifelong learning, of constantly questioning, exploring, and refining our understanding. It's about recognizing that the more we learn, the more we realize how much more there is to know. Section 2. A tapestry of thought weaving together the threads of critical inquiry. Imagine a tapestry, its intricate patterns and vibrant colors created by the careful weaving together of countless individual threads. Critical thinking is much the same, a rich and complex fabric woven from the threads of observation, analysis, interpretation, reflection, and action. Each thread on its own represents a valuable skill, but it's in their interconnectedness that their true power is revealed. Observation without analysis is like gathering ingredients without a recipe. We might have all the elements, but we lack the understanding to combine them into something meaningful. Analysis without interpretation is like deciphering a code without understanding the language. We might crack the cipher, but the message remains elusive. Critical thinking is about weaving together these threads, creating a cohesive and comprehensive approach to understanding information, solving problems, and making decisions. It's about recognizing that knowledge is not static, but a dynamic and ever-evolving process of inquiry, exploration, and synthesis. Section 3. Beyond the horizon of certainty, embracing the unknown. In an age of instant answers and readily available information, it's tempting to cling to certainty, to seek out simple solutions and definitive answers. But the world is rarely black and white. It's a tapestry of grays, a spectrum of possibilities that extend beyond the confines of our current understanding. Critical thinking is not about shying away from uncertainty. It's about embracing it, about acknowledging the limits of our knowledge and the inherent ambiguity of complex issues. It's about recognizing that the most interesting questions are often those without easy answers, the ones that challenge our assumptions and push us to expand the boundaries of our understanding. By embracing uncertainty, we open ourselves up to new possibilities, new perspectives, and a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the world around us. We become more adaptable, more resilient, and better equipped to navigate the inevitable challenges and uncertainties that life throws our way. Section 4. The courage to question, the wisdom to discern. Critical thinking requires more than just intellectual curiosity. It demands courage. The courage to question assumptions, to challenge the status quo, and to stand up for what we believe in, even when it's unpopular or uncomfortable. It also requires wisdom, the wisdom to discern truth from falsehood, to recognize our own biases, and to approach complex issues with humility and an open mind. The courage to question is essential for progress. It's what drives innovation, sparks revolutions, and pushes the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. But questioning without discernment can lead us down dangerous paths, fueled by misinformation, prejudice, or blind ideology. The wisdom to discern is what guides us towards truth, justice, and a more just and equitable world. It's what allows us to separate fact from fiction, to recognize the humanity in those with whom we disagree, and to build bridges of understanding across divides. Section 5. The legacy of critical thinkers, shaping a better future. Throughout history, critical thinkers have been the architects of progress, the champions of justice, and the driving force behind humanity's greatest achievements. From the scientists who unlocked the secrets of the universe to the activists who fought for equality and human rights, their legacy inspires us to embrace the power of critical thinking to shape a better future. These individuals, and countless others like them, understood that critical thinking is not a passive pursuit, but an active endeavor, a responsibility to engage with the world around us, to challenge injustice, and to strive for a more just and equitable society. Their legacy reminds us that the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a moral imperative, a call to action to use our critical thinking abilities to make the world a better place for ourselves and for generations to come. Section 6. A call to action. Unleash your inner critical thinker. The power of critical thinking lies not in some innate talent reserved for a select few, but in a set of skills and habits of mind that anyone can develop and cultivate. It's a journey that begins with a single step, a conscious decision to engage with the world around us with a more critical and discerning eye. Here's how you can unleash your inner critical thinker. Embrace curiosity, ask questions, seek out new information, and never stop learning. Challenge assumptions. Don't accept things at face value. Dig deeper, question the status quo, and consider alternative perspectives. Think logically. Develop your skills of analysis, evaluation, and problem solving. Learn to identify biases, fallacies, and inconsistencies in reasoning. Be open-minded. Listen to different viewpoints, even those with which you disagree. Be willing to change your mind when presented with new evidence. Take action. Don't just be a passive observer. Use your critical thinking skills to make a difference in the world around you. Section 7. The journey begins with a single thought. The journey of 1,000 miles, it is said, begins with a single step. So too does the journey of critical thinking begin with a single thought, a spark of curiosity, a willingness to question, a desire to understand. Embrace the power of critical thinking. Challenge yourself to see the world with fresh eyes, to question assumptions, and to seek out knowledge and understanding. The journey may be challenging at times, but the rewards are immeasurable. For in a world awash in information, in a time of unprecedented complexity and rapid change, critical thinking is not just a valuable skill. It's an essential tool for navigating the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. It's the key to unlocking our full potential, to creating a brighter future for ourselves and for generations to come. The journey begins with a single thought. What will your first step